Hello everybody, welcome back. Newblit here. So I have missed posting for a couple of weeks now. Well, not a couple of weeks. I think I posted a vlog. It just went to Facebook actually instead of YouTube because my phone was giving me some issues and I just couldn't do it through YouTube. Hold on. There we go. So, I ended up posting it to Facebook, and I'm still in the process of downloading that video and putting it up here, so I'm still doing stuff over here. There we go. So I gotta get that to Facebook, posted here, but then I did miss last week. I didn't upload anything last Friday, mostly because I've been doing this, that you see behind me. Been decorating, been shopping for Christmas decorations, been shopping for Christmas presents. Black Friday, I think I ended up not posting anything, and that's because I was kind of in the middle of the airport most of the day. And then I got home, and I think I was home for all of 2 hours between airport and getting back home and stuff. I had enough time to shower, get redressed, and then I went to dinner with some friends. We had a Friendsgiving, which was awesome, and thanks to all my friends who invited us because it was actually really good food. And we had a lot of fun, despite the fact that I was probably falling asleep by 9 p.m. that day because I had had an early flight. But all in all, not too bad. So what is there to catch up on? This past Tuesday, I think it was, I posted about the fact that I got Final Fantasy 15. And if you keep track of my Facebook and also the first video of my Final Fantasy 15 sort of we'll call it a review. It won't be a full series playthrough. I am finding that I have an impossible time playing Final Fantasy and talking while I'm doing it. I am super distracted while I'm doing it, which is really strange because I can play Mass Effect with no problem. I can play Dragon Age and talk through it, although I maybe don't always make sense, but I can do it. But Final Fantasy, and you'll even see it in my first video, I'm having a really hard time keeping up conversations while reading the instructions, while learning how to fight, which I'm still working on getting better at. I'm not really that good at it. So I don't know at this point if there's going to be a second video. I'm working on it, but I want it to be a little bit more interesting than the first one was. I might end up just doing at some point maybe scheduling a live stream a little bit down the road. So it's not going to be a full playthrough of the game. You'll probably get around to seeing bits and pieces of my playthrough of Final Fantasy. That's if I even get around to finishing it, though, because this coming Tuesday, The Last Guardian releases. And I've been waiting for that game as well. And just stuff is piling up on my list of games to play. And I am finding myself with even less and less time to do anything, particularly play games. I still need to get better at catching up with World of Warcraft. My artifact weapon's falling a little bit behind, as is my gear. I think I'm sitting only at 847 or 857 eye level. So I really need to work on that. Although I did get lucky the other morning. I was randomly just trying to catch up on my Nightfallen quest, and I got a legendary drop from the turn-in, the little chest that you get for the turn-in. I got a legendary ring? Yes, ring. So there you go. I'd show it to you, but I'm not actually currently, I'm not running WoW or any other game in the background at the moment. So what else is there? So The Last Guardian's coming out. I don't have it on pre-order actually, so I might be getting it shortly after release. I won't be getting it right at release. Tomorrow, Monday, we are going back to Mass Effect. I know I left you guys hanging and we're about halfway through that game, maybe a little bit less. So next video would be up tomorrow. I'll get around, gotta get back on a schedule of rendering all my videos. I've got a backlog of videos to render still, so there you go. That's actually why this one's a live stream and not, a video that I would then have to render and then post. Anyway, so Christmas, and you'll see it probably throughout the month, Christmas is my favorite time of year, and I'm calling it time of year. I'm talking about the first 25 days of December, maybe all of December really, because I kind of just throw in New Year's as well with all of the whole Christmas holiday spirit thing, and I love decorating for Christmas. And yesterday I was pretty excited. I don't think I've posted this yet. I need to get a better picture of it. We made our own wreath because I kept looking for wreaths everywhere. And not only are they super expensive, I mean, we saw this wreath that we really liked, but it was just, I mean, it was pretty basic. I just liked it. And it was like $50 or something like that. And it was big, but I was just like, I can't bring myself to pay that much. So we kept looking, and there was a couple of other stores that had some that were cheaper, but none of them were that, like, you get that feeling, like you just see it and you're like, oh my god, I love that wreath. That's the wreath I want. None of them. We've gone through most stores, and it's like, well, now what? It's like, are you sure you don't want these? And it's like, well, I could get them, but they're kind of meh. I don't know. So I ended up coming upon this idea. I got it on the Michaels app, and it was to make a snowman wreath, right? So it requires two white wreaths, and you make a little snowman, made the hat and everything. So that's what we ended up doing. We went to Michael's. Yesterday we're having a doorbuster sale. I got really confused at first because I was like, wait, was I supposed to be here earlier or what? And no, I wasn't supposed to be there earlier. It just was a sale that they were having December 2nd and 3rd, which is now over, and that sucks. There's the first person for my D&D game today, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up quickly. But we ended up getting the two wreaths and the materials to make a little hat and a scarf and all this stuff, and it was like $40. And I also bought a nutcracker and a snowman, a little like snowman decoration, and it was $40. And I was like, why would I have paid like 50, 60 for a wreath? Anyway, I think that covers it for now. Oh, I got an early Christmas present, and I'm super excited. This N7 sweater, I am so super excited. You should have seen me yesterday. My husband gave it to me early because he was concerned that it wouldn't fit well. And so he's like, I really want you to try it on, and I want to make sure you like it. And I don't know why he would think I wouldn't like it, because he's usually really good at buying me shoes and clothes. But I think it had something to do with me mentioning the ugly Christmas sweaters that the BioWare store has. And I mean, some of their stuff, like, I like. Some of it is just really, really bad. But this sweater, I love it. I put it on, and I was just like, look, it has the stripes, and I'm super excited. And it has, like, the N7 logo and the buttons. I can't really show you buttons because it would require me taking off the sweater, and that's more work than I'm going to go through right now. But the buttons also have the N7 logo. I'm pretty sure that there's no way that I can zoom in the camera enough to show you that, so I'll just post a picture later, probably on Instagram or something. But yeah, so tomorrow we're going to go back to Mass Effect. I don't remember. We're on episode 11, 12, somewhere thereabouts. I think we just finished Omega, I think, right? Yeah, that's the last thing I think I posted. It's really confusing. You get to this point where, like, you've played this far, but you've posted this far, and I have to keep checking myself in that. So yeah, as I was mentioning, right now I was waiting for people to show up. We usually play D&D about every 3 weeks. I've been meaning to turn it into a podcast one of these days, because honestly, the stuff that happens to us sometimes seems just unbelievable. We're playing 5th edition right now, and one of our people, I think it was a sorcerer, I think he is. Not last time, but what would be like 6 weeks ago now, he almost killed himself. And I don't mean like knocked himself out and to where like you have to roll to save. And no, he literally nearly killed himself, like negative max hit points. And it was think of wild magic and chromatic orb, and he hit himself, and then in trying to, like, he had to roll for something else and hit himself again, and it just became this thing, and we almost lost one of our people. But luckily, I think the last hit didn't land, and that's how he managed to survive, and then I healed him and whatever. But yeah, I've been thinking about turning that into a podcast. If anybody would be interested in watching that, let me know. And I could probably talk to my group and see if they're okay with, being recorded and all that stuff. It definitely would be a podcast, despite the fact that we do play on Dungeon Tiles and with minis and all that stuff. I don't think that I would be setting up video recording for that. Just because, I know a lot of people might not be comfortable being on camera, and if I wanted to set it up so that it only occupied the board, based on where I have the table right now, I just don't think I have a way of setting up the camera in such a way that you only get a view of our table and our dungeon tiles and stuff. So that will be it for me this Sunday, and thanks for watching, guys. I will catch up with you later. Mass Effect tomorrow. After that, my plans for videos are up in the air. If I don't end up buying a new game or deciding to put up more Final Fantasy, we'll continue with Mass Effect, as I still would really like to finish the entire Mass Effect series well before Andromeda releases. And we got to talk about Andromeda later, because there was more, I think, news at PSX, and yeah, I still don't know how I feel about it. I want to be cautiously optimistic, and I still pre-ordered it regardless, because I'm a sucker for shiny things. But yeah, I'm gonna hold my optimism and unbridled joy until I'm more certain of the game. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys later.